You are a watcher of the stars. With your star map, you walk the wilds and document your findings, and you are also super fucking powerful. So without further ado, let me tell you why you should play this incredible subclass, Circle of Stars Druid. Everyone, there's so much to love with this subclass, I almost don't even know where to begin, because everything is useful. Everything that you get, you use, and it's strong. It's above average. Star map, starry form, cosmic omen, twinkling constellations, full of stars, all of these features are useful from the level you get it at till 20th level. It's insane. And you know what? When you play a Circle of the Stars Druid, each new feature you'll find a way to use pretty much every single session. It is ridiculous just how distilled all these features are and how useful Wizards of the Coast have made them. There are no wasted features in this entire subclass. I'm kind of blown away that Wizards of the Coast would give us this. And one of my biggest loves of this entire subclass is the star map feature. Because look, you get it at 2nd level, which is crazy because it's so powerful. You know the guidance cantrip, and if you've been on this channel before, you know just how highly I think of the guidance cantrip, and to get it for free is incredible. You also learn Guiding Bolt, which is an incredibly good damage spell. And on top of not just knowing Guiding Bolt, you can cast it without expending a spell slot equal to your proficiency bonus. It's so good. It is so ridiculously good. At 2nd level, you're getting both damage and utility. But you know, that's kind of a theme for this entire subclass because it is, without a doubt in my mind, the most versatile druid. Because we can take a look at its starry form, which is its second level feature that it's going to get, which you use based off your wild shape. And the starry form has 3 modes that it can go into. It can go into Archer, which is going to give you more damage as a bonus action. You can go into Chalice, which is going to give you healing, and the healing it gives you increases your healing potential exponentially to the point where you're rivaling a life cleric at those opening levels for overall healing potential. The life cleric, the literal heal bot of 5th edition. I mean, usually healing is not good due to the way the action economy in 5th edition is structured, but here you can heal so much that it's actually okay to just spend all your turns healing. And then you also have Dragon. The Dragon starry form, which basically allows you to never lose concentration. I mean, since there are so many druid spells that require concentration, this is just crazy to me. It helps with Polymorph, it helps with Spike Growth, I mean, it just helps with everything. I mean, as a Circle of Stars druid, you use everything in combat. Literally every action that you could possibly take, you are using pretty much every single round by 6th level. As an action, the class just gives you Guiding Bolt and Guidance. As a bonus action, you have your Starry Form or Healing Word or whatever you're doing with it. And your Starry Form is also going to give you things if you go into Archer or if you're going into Chalice. Like, you just have a bonus action, you're using that. And then you have reaction with Cosmic Omen. It's ridiculous just how much you're able to do every single round consistently. Goddamn! Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to say here. It's all good. There is nothing bad here. Everything that Circle of Stars is trying to do, it does. It just does it. I mean, I'm sorry, there's just not a lot more I can say about this subclass for what I like. It's just all good. It's all, better than good. It's all above average. You use everything. Everything is fun to use. It's all thematic. I mean, you even use your wild shape. Like, it just covers everything. So yeah, that's just where I'm at. Let's move on to concepts. The Circle of Stars obviously draws its power from the cosmos and stars, constellations. It's the astrology bitch of druids. There are strong ties to divination, as this is a druid who reads the natural world, reads the signs, the cosmic omens of the space. Maybe your druid is superstitious, constantly looking up at the night sky around the campfire, trying to figure out what next to do, what will happen next to the party. And there's also so much mythology and cultural significance regarding stars that you can draw from. Just pick your favorite culture and go into what they have to think about the night sky and the constellations. One of my favorite concepts that I ever threw in is that whenever a star druid dies, they become a constellation in the night sky and can help other star druids get passed on. So all those twinkling stars and patterns were once actually druids. That bear, that was that druid's favorite particular form. the scorpion, the snake, whatever you want to put in the night sky, that was once a star druid. Obviously, that's just my own canon that I've come up with, but it's stuff like that that I think really helps this particular subclass, folding in these large astrological concepts in and making it tangible to players. So if you're a DM or a player who's creating a backstory, make the stars tangible and make them have a constant effect on your own star druid. I promise you, it increases the roleplay and overall feel. The star druid is also a lore keeper, according to general 5th edition lore. Many of these druids keep records of the constellations and the star effects on the world, and they document whatever they find. They usually place their documentations in these repositories that will stand the test of time. Stone circles, pyramids, underground temples, anything durable enough to protect all of this knowledge, even against a great cataclysm or world-ending event. The Star Druids will make sure that the knowledge of the universe will still survive. I mean, this is a great jumping off point. Consider how your Stars Druid might be storing the knowledge. Are they collecting anything specific? Where exactly are they storing this knowledge? Do they know any other Star Druids that could help them in the gathering of the knowledge? What are their connections? Talk to your DM about these questions and see what you can figure out. Because the Circle of Stars records the world. If there's a big astrological phenomena, it's probably a Star Druid who lets the local king or queen or power broker know that something's going to happen. And one last thing on the actual concept section, I always thought that it would be super fun to play a Circle of Stars Druid in a Spelljammer campaign or a space D&D, because that really feels where they would be the most at home. I haven't gotten to do it yet, but if any of you have, tell me how it is. Is it fun? I really want to play it at some point. As for multiclassing, I don't have really anything to say. It's pretty standard. Honestly, multiclass after 14th level if you're going to do it, because all of these features are so good. Just get to 14th level as soon as possible, then start thinking about it, maybe. Next, we're going to move on to flaws, and the flaws I have with this subclass are nothing. I couldn't write anything for this section. I'm sorry. Everything is powerful, everything is above average. Not one feature is overpowered, but everything together makes this subclass a force to be reckoned with. And I'm not in the business of saying how to nerf official content or what exactly to take out or strip away. I just don't feel like that's where this series is about. It's why you should play it. And I don't have anything to tell you that would maybe sway you away from playing this subclass. I've got nothing. Comments, I guess it's up to you. Tell everyone maybe why they should play a different Druid subclass. I don't know. So let's just get into the final ratings. Roleplaying is an 18 out of 20. Every feature connects to the overall story that the subclass is trying to tell. I mean, heck, you have a fucking star map with you at all times that you can use. That is thematic. You have everything that leads to really great roleplay. It's a bit esoteric, which is why it's not a 20 out of 20. But if you go into this knowing exactly what you're trying to get done with the stars and how you're going to manipulate that, I mean, go for it. 18 out of 20. As for spellcasting, this is another 18 out of 20. It gives you free spells in Guidance and Guiding Bolt to incredibly good spells, and you really can cast Guiding Bolt for free. Your Starry Form will give you basically free spells that you don't need to spend spell slots to cast. Your Starry Form works in your Wild Shape, which helps with spellcasting. It's all so good, and just because it doesn't give you any unique spells is why it's not a 20 out of 20, but it really helps your spellcasting, so 18 out of 20. Wild Shaping is a 17 out of 20 because you can use your Starry Form in your Wild Shape. You use your Wild Shape to activate your Starry Form. You are using this part of the Druid subclass to almost its maximum potential. It's way above average to what most other Druid subclasses are doing with their Wild Shapes, so yeah, 17 out of 20. The Circle of Stars surprisingly makes great use out of the Druid's Wild Shape. Utility is an easy 19 out of 20 because you are able to get so much out of this subclass. Again, you're getting guidance, You're getting your Starry form. It's aiding you with your Cosmic Omen. At 10th level, it can give you Flight when your Dragon Starry form is activated. It gives you resistance to all bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage at 14th level in your Starry form. I mean, it's so useful, and you can use it in so many ways to solve a litany of problems across the exploration pillar, the combat pillar, the social pillar. Every pillar of this game is aided by this subclass. So yeah, 19 out of 20 for utility. And at this point, I think it's going to be fairly obvious that the X factor has to be a 20 out of 20. No further explanation needed. You're not playing any other subclass in 5th edition that is like Circle of Stars. What you get is unique, thematic, different, and all useful. And so I am awarding it a 92. And you know what? This subclass absolutely deserves it. It is incredibly powerful. Everything is useful. You have a lot to juggle though. So if you're going to be playing it, just remember that. You have to juggle a lot of different mechanics and abilities to get the most out of this subclass. It is complex. But in this complexity, we find a true gem that if you work and you get the most out of it, I say that a level 17, probably, Circle of Stars Druid could 1v1 a Tarask. Like, they would just win that matchup. And I don't think it would be really close. So do with that knowledge as you will, and if you want more videos like this, I suggest checking out this one right here. And thank you for entering the dungeon.